The B7A2 Homare 23 is the free reward in Warthunder's 12th Battle Pass, armor-breaking ambusher. Today I'm going to answer the question of, is it worth it to grind for this plane, and I'm going to detail my experience with it in all the modes. First off, a bit about the plane. The B7A2 Homare 23 is a rank 3, 3.7 battle rate Japanese torpedo bomber. It's not the first version of the B7A2 that we have in game. In the Japanese tech tree, we already have a B7A2, also in rank 3, and also at 3.7 battle rating. So what's the difference between them? The engine. The tech tree version of the plane has the Homare 12 engine, while this new Battle Pass version has the upgraded Homare 23 engine. The Homare 23 is roughly 30% better than its predecessor, and this does some great things for the plane. The top speed of the tech tree version is only 325 miles per hour, while the Battle Pass version has a top speed of 364 miles per hour. The tech tree version has a turn time of 29.5 seconds, while the Battle Pass version has a turn time of only 20 seconds. That puts the B7A2 Homare 23's turn time on par with the A6 M6C and only slightly behind the legendary A6 M5 Co. You'd think that this would mean that the B7A2 would be a formidable dogfighter, and while it is, there are two big downsides that really pull this plane back. The first is the roll rate. I don't have an exact number on how bad the roll rate is for the B7A2, but it's bad enough that it's cost me dogfights. It takes several business days to complete a barrel roll in this plane. The second issue is the wings, and how they're just massive weak spots. If you get shot in the outer portion of the wing, then it'll snap off and your terrible roll rate will become a non-existent roll rate, effectively leaving you for dead. If you get shot on the inner portion of the wing, then the round will likely catch this plane's massive fuel tanks, it'll start a fire, your wing will snap off, and you will be dead. Now that I've covered some of the pros and cons about this plane, let's talk about what it's like to play in each of the game modes. I'll start with naval because this is the one that I have the least to talk about. The B7A2 can carry the Type 91 torpedo, but that torpedo is not good with a range of only 1.2 miles. If you're going to get that close to a ship, then you might as well just bring a bomb. But the B7A2's biggest bomb load is only a single 800 kilo bomb. So in the end, I don't really want to take the B7A2 in naval at all. I'd rather either take a fighter to deal with enemy planes or something with bigger bombs to take on ships. For air, the story only gets slightly better. The 800 kilo bomb will only take half of a base, so hopefully you're either flying with a squadron mate or you're going to make several trips. Thanks to the not half bad armaments, top speed, and the exceptional turn time, the B7A2 can defend itself quite well. Speaking of armaments, the B7A2 has a tail gunner, sadly only sporting a 13mm machine gun, but it's better than nothing. The main guns on the B7A2 are a pair of 20mm Type 99 cannons. These guns are good enough to make quick work of any plane that you fight against. In ground, the guns will surprisingly catch a few engines, but it's best if you can aim for the myriad of open-top vehicles around the B7A2's BR. The 800 kilo bomb is the obvious choice to bring into ground matches. It's able to completely destroy any tank within 45 feet of the bomb, and shrapnel can go up to 580 feet, so you'll catch a lot of light tanks that you wouldn't think that you'd hit. Sadly, you can only carry one 800 kilo bomb at a time, so in ground battles you're going to spend a lot of time heading to and from the airfield. There is another bomb load where you can get two 250 kilo bombs and four 60 kilo bombs. The 250 kilo bombs are nice, but the 60 kilo bombs are too small to do anything if you don't get a direct hit. And I don't bring out that bomb load because I like how the 800 kilo bomb can take out groups. So, in the end, do I recommend you grind for the B7A2 Homare 23? Well, neither of the other rank 3 3.7 battle rating Japanese premiums can drop bombs, so that's a plus. It's also kind of a meme and can win some dogfights that it has no business winning. On the flip side, Japan doesn't really have a 3.7 ground lineup. If you're using exclusively rank 3 tanks, then your lineup is probably going to be 4.7 or 5.0, and in that case, there are other better options for specifically dogfighting or specifically bombing, but not one that can do both. Personally, I'd grind for it if I just had to have a free jumpstart to the Japanese air tree, or if I wanted to be a low BR strike fighter. For everybody else, just grind the tech tree B7A2. It's going to be good enough for your needs.